What's going on, everybody? Thomas Gary back at it again. Today, I want to talk about supporting the arts. All right. Now, me being a painter, sketch artist, things of that nature, you find joy in the work that you do, and you oftentimes wonder if you can make a living off of what you love to do. Now, many people have gifts and talents, but don't really know how to do something with it. Just provide a living for themselves with what they love. Now, there's an old expression that goes, an artist doesn't become famous until they're dead. Okay? This usually comes from people who don't consider the arts, whether it be dance or visual arts, music, that nature, a valuable tool to have. They think it doesn't really contribute to society. I, for one, disagree with that. I think some of the most influential things that ever come out of our civilization as a species, as a human race, came from the arts, came from the visual arts, the dance, music. And for a long time it's gone unnoticed. And I guess it's not really considered a real job. Well, as an artist, and I think I can speak for my fellow artists around the world, don't know many, but I'm pretty sure I can speak for them. We put a lot of time and effort into our craft. We put hours, days, months, years, our life into our craft in order to perfect it to a point where people on the outside can see it and consider it magic. I've often been told that drawing or painting is equivalent to magic. They don't know how you're able to do it, but when you see the end result, it's like magic. You can't believe what you're actually seeing. And when you are producing a work of art, when you are producing a composition for music, when you are producing a play, when you are producing a dance routine or choreography, you put your you put everything you have into it. You put your passion into it. You put your thoughts into it. You put your feelings into it. And when you give it out to the world, you want the world to feel what you felt when you produced that work of art. Now, that's normally the creative side. The business side of the arts is when you want to be compensated for your art, for your passion. Many times, the artist doesn't get their just due. They don't receive the compensation they feel they deserve for their hard work and time. Now, people may say, well, it's just drawing, it's just dance. Anybody can draw, anybody can dance. That may be true. But think about this. What would your society be without the Mona Lisa? What would your society be without Superman? What would your society be without a choreographer like Debbie Allen, like Fatima, or how about now? How about Misty Copeland? Think about that. Imagine a world without the arts. Imagine a world where you never got a chance to see the historical figures. Imagine never getting a chance to see what civilizations across the world were like thousands of years ago. Imagine a history book. You go to school and you open up your book for history, and all you see is words with no pictures. Think about that. Imagine hearing about ancient Egyptian civilizations, but no pictures at all, no images. All you have is words, so you really can't comprehend what that civilization was able to do. Imagine imagine a dance like the Running Man. Everybody has the whole Running Man craze. Imagine never seeing a dance like the Running Man. Imagine never seeing the dance like the moonwalk. Think about that. Imagine never seeing James Brown dance, or Michael Jackson, or Prince. Think about that. Or Savion Glover, Gregory Hines, rest in peace. Imagine that. Imagine a civilization without the arts. Just take a little minute. No painting, no drawing, no dancing, no music. Just take 1 minute to think about a world where those things ever existed. Just imagine how different that world would be. Now you have all these movies out, comic book movies, or comic book based movies. You have, without the arts, you have no movies, which means you got no film, no director, no score or music being played. You don't even have the characters to play in the movies. You have no Suicide Squad, no Superman versus Batman, no X-Men, no Spider-Man. None of that. So when an artist is creating something that they put their soul into, they put their whole being into, and they give to the world, is it wrong for that artist to ask for compensation? If that person's skill level is to a point where they are recognized, but they only recognized in voice, people only say they enjoy their work, but would you support that person's work? Would you go out to buy an album? Would you go out to buy a painting? Would you go out to buy a comic book? Would you go to see a ballet or a play? Would you go to hear a person play an instrument? Would you go support them? Would you go support their craft? Because as far as I know, as far as I can think, the arts is I'm not quite sure, but I think I'm accurate. The arts is the only form where compensation is thought about last. The other trades, they're thought about first. People need electricians. You need carpenters. You need brick masons. You need architecture. You need engineering. You need science. You also need the arts. Remember, in my last video, I told you what the word art meant. Art, for those who don't know, art comes from the Latin word ars, A-R-S. It literally means skill. So, an artist, the suffix ist means one who is proficient in a field. So, artist is one who is proficient in a skill. That's what an artist is. I am a different kind of artist. I am a painter. I am a sketch artist. See, that's my skill. A little bit of music, but not so much music. Don't tell nobody that. But you have other people who are pianist, choreographer. Those are other types of art for other types of skill sets. And what also happens is, back to my original little quote up paraphrase, it says artists doesn't become famous until they're dead. Well, what happens is, usually when that artist is alive, they don't get the proper recognition that they deserve. It usually comes when that person is no longer here. Think about that. More artists make their highest amounts after they're dead. Well, it's kind of changing now due to the internet, and you can kind of go around that. But there was a time where your favorite artists were already dead when they were famous. Van Gogh, Monet, Matisse, Manet. I mean, they had their popularity when they were alive, but their true fame didn't come until after. Andy Warhol, he was very popular. Basquiat, very popular. But when they passed, their work was world known. William Shakespeare. We actually don't even know if William Shakespeare even existed. But he's more famous now than he was when he was supposedly alive. We don't even know if William Shakespeare even wrote those plays. But we attribute those plays, Julius Caesar, Romeo and Juliet, Othello, we attribute all those plays to William Shakespeare. He's more famous now than he was when he was alive. So, what happens to the artists that are coming now? Do they have to pass on before they become famous and get their just due? And you see them in the history books with their pictures? Or will you take the time out and find these living artists, living artists, and congratulate them and support them? And yes, sometimes monetarily, because your art is, you want to make a living out of it. You want to make a living off of what you do. So you want to be compensated. If the is another expression, good work isn't cheap, and cheap work isn't good. Keep that in mind. Good work isn't cheap, and cheap work isn't good. Okay? Now, if you feel that a artist that you admire is, you want to support them, support them. Go to their plays, buy their books. Take some dance lessons from them. Buy a drawing, buy a comic book, buy a painting, buy an album. Actually purchase it. Show them how much you support them. You tell them, you know what? I like your work so much that I will take my money, which is a very small portion of what I actually make, and I will support you because I believe in your talent, I believe in your skills, and I want to see you flourish and grow. I will take $15 for an album, or whatever, how much a book costs, or how much a drawing costs, or how much a painting costs, or print of a painting costs, or how much does it cost to go to the ballet? How much does it cost to go see a concert? Because I like you, I like your work so much, I like your skills so much that I will take money out of my pocket and I will support you. Because the more I support you, the more you're going to want to make music, or the more you're going to want to paint, the more you want to go and write books. The more support I give you, the more you're going to want to produce these great works that I love so much. So it's reciprocity. It's a give and take. I support you, you produce work. That's how that works. All right? So support your artists, all your artists. Support the ones that are living. Support the young artists. Support the old artists. No matter. Just support Support anybody that you admire, that you enjoy. Support them. Give them your support. Let them know that your work is not in vain. I appreciate your work. I see your work. I love your work. I want to see more of your work. Support them. Right? Peace.